In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to find your rap voice and improve upon your rap voice using a few techniques that you can start using right now. First, I just want to let you know that if you don't like your rap voice, please allow me to formally welcome you to the club because you are certainly not alone. Many of us rappers don't like to listen to ourselves because we're hypercritical of the way that we sound, which is why you typically won't catch us riding around in our cars listening to our own music. And if you're new to recording, then you may also just not be used to hearing yourself live in headphones while you're recording, or you may also not be used to hearing recordings of yourself being played back to you. But regardless of why you don't like your rap voice, the good news is that it can be improved, and here's how you can do it. My first tip has to do with you finding your sweet spot. Most rappers who are struggling to find their rap voice are usually either rapping with too much energy or not enough energy. And usually the sweet spot is in the middle. And a few reasons why rappers rap with too much energy is for the following reasons. Number one, rapping loud so they can hear themselves over the instrumental in their headphones. In this case, just lower the volume of the instrumental by around -10 to -15 decibels. And then if everything just sounds too low in your headphones, then just raise the output volume level on your audio interface for your headphones. If you want to dig deeper into this, check out my video I did on why your rap recordings sound like crap. And the other reason why rappers rap too loud is because they're just solely relying on rapping loud to add more emotion to their performance. And this can, in fact, be a great way to add more energy to your performance, but if you push it too far, it can cause your vocals to sound thin and high-pitched, which can negatively impact the tone of your rap voice. See, when it's all said and done, it doesn't matter how loud that you are because the volume of your voice is going to be controlled in the mix. It's all about the tone of your voice. If you want to dig deeper into this, check out my video that I did on how to rap with more emotion. And I'll post the links to everything that I mentioned in this video in the video's description below. And the reasons why rappers typically won't rap with enough energy are due to the following. The first one is it could be a lack of confidence because they're not really feeling their lyrics yet because they still need to be polished up and little mistakes and things need to be still ironed out. Or they may have not memorized their lyrics or just learned their rap well enough so it sounds like they're literally just reading off a sheet of paper. If you wish to have a strong performance, take as much time as possible to perfect your lyrics and learn your rap as much as possible before it's time for you to record. The second reason is they haven't given themselves enough room to breathe, so they're holding back some of that energy to try to retain as much air in their lungs. And if this is the case, then either create some more room to breathe in your lyrics and make sure you notate where those breaths are supposed to go so you don't forget, or if you don't prefer to do that, then just punch in your vocals in the studio wherever you're running out of breath. And that way you never have to hold back your energy. And if you wish to learn more about how to punch in vocals, make sure you check out my video on how to punch in rap vocals like a pro. And I also recommend that you check out my video on my top 5 breathing techniques for rappers. And the third reason is some people just are really chill and relaxed people and just don't speak with a whole lot of energy. And for those people, I would recommend being very careful of what type of instrumentals that you pick. And I would pick more chill and relaxed instrumentals, like, for an example, Mobb Deep's Quiet Storm instrumental, which is like a boom bap East Coast type beat, or something like Metro Boomin Space Cadet instrumental, which is like a contemporary trap style instrumental. I wouldn't recommend trying to force emotions that you really don't feel. Stay true to yourself because if you push things a little bit too far, they can come off sounding artificial and just disingenuous. But regardless of where you are on the vocal spectrum, you're likely going to get the best sound out of your voice by rapping closer to your natural speaking tone. For an example, pretend that you're speaking to one of your friends that's just sitting across from you from the dining room table. Bro, you looking kind of hungry, man. You want something to eat? Okay. This is your natural speaking voice, and this is typically going to be your voice's sweet spot. Now I want you to take a step up. Pretend that you're speaking, not yelling, to someone that you can see across the room. And this will likely still be in your voice's sweet spot. Hey, Mom, do we have any more leftover spaghetti from last night? Okay, appreciate it. Now pretend you're speaking back to your friend that's across the table, but you're about to deliver some bad news to him, which is going to require you to lower your voice a little bit more. Hey, bro. I'm gonna give you a heads up. My little brother helped cook that spaghetti last night. And he didn't wash his hands when he went and used the bathroom. And all three of these represent three different ranges within your sweet spot that you can use when rapping, and it'll likely sound good. Now let's listen one more time, and I'm gonna do each one back to back just so you can compare the differences a little bit better. Hey bro, you looking kind of hungry, man. You want something to eat? Okay. Hey mom, do we have any more leftover spaghetti from last night? Okay, cool. Hey bro, I'm gonna give you a heads up. My little brother helped cook that spaghetti last night, and he did not wash his hands when he went and used the bathroom. Now that you're more familiar with your voice's sweet spot, let's play around with enhancing your vocals in the following ways. Try to strain your voice by tightening the muscles in your throat. If you need help accessing this muscle, just act like you're about to cough without making the cough sound. Feel that? And play around with applying varying levels of force and pressure on that muscle while you're rapping and see how it sounds. And this will give your voice a different texture. It's gonna likely also remove some of that bass out of your voice. And you may also notice when you're doing this that you can actually rap longer without having to breathe, because this is tightening the hole in your throat, which is allowing less air to come through at a time. Now check this out. I'm gonna rap a line, and each time I rap it, I'm gonna just go play around with the level of strain that I'm putting on my voice so you can hear the difference. I'm gonna first start off just like rapping totally normal, like I'm talking to you now, and then I'm gonna start adding a little strain to it. Check it out. It's insane how adding a little strain can enhance your voice from sounding a little plain. It's insane how adding a little strain can enhance your voice from sounding a little plain. It's insane how adding a little strain can enhance your voice from sounding a little plain. And one of the many rappers that use this technique is Lil Wayne. And he actually has a pretty decent, like deep voice in his natural speaking tone, but he definitely adds a lot more strain to his voice when he's rapping. For an example of this, check out his song Feeling Like Tunchi at the 104-second mark where he's speaking, and compare it to the part right after that where he's rapping. Again, I'll post a link to this in the video's description below. Eminem has also used this technique a lot, especially on his earlier stuff like his Slim Shady LP, so check that out as well if you want to listen for that. Another way that you can enhance your rap voice is by using distortion. And this will give your rap voice just a different texture. It'll make it feel more rough and rigid, almost like sandpaper. And you can achieve this by using the same muscle that we just accessed previously, but now we're going to apply just a little bit more pressure. We're going to dig just a little bit more deeper to really push it further. For an example, I'm about to rap a line, and at first I'm not going to apply any extra pressure just so you can hear my natural tone, and then I'm going to start pushing that muscle that I just taught you how to access from before, and to the point where it starts distorting. And I'm going to push it just a little bit further at different times so you can hear the varying levels or the varying amounts of distortion that I'm adding to my voice. Check it out. To add some distortion, increase the portion, the force when you string your vocal cords in. To add some distortion, increase the portion, the force when you string your vocal cords in. To add some distortion, increase the portion, the force when you string your vocal cords in. To add some distortion, increase the portion, the force when you string your vocal cords in. And a few of the many rappers that use this technique are DMX and Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks. And one more way that you can enhance your rap voice is by exaggerating your accent or just your overall emotions. A lot of times in entertainment, we will exaggerate reality to make it more interesting and more entertaining. So feel free to totally exaggerate aspects of how you normally sound. For an example, I am someone who was born and raised in the South, in Georgia or Georgia. Here's a snippet of a verse that I wrote. Now, pay attention to how I'm speaking to you right now. I'm intentionally trying to speak as proper as I possibly can, okay? But I'm about to really emphasize and bring out that Southern accent on these few bars right here. Check it out. I'd be lying if I told you everything was good. I'm heavy laden, basically, let's get this understood. I ain't from the city, and I ain't from the hood. I reside on the countryside of Georgia, in the woods. So you can hear how I'm exaggerating my accent. You can also hear how I was stressing my voice, right? And I was bringing a little bit of distortion in there, straining my voice to get some more texture out of there. Now, here's another example where I'm exaggerating my emotion. This one right here is a little bit more cartoonish. I'm not going for that really Southern kind of drawn out accent as much on this one. This one is more about exaggerating my emotions and kind of being more comical or cartoonish. So check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you lend me your attention, you will be able to witness the penmanship of a magician who can achieve the impossible with a lot of his audibles, and a lot of you ought to be able to model them all because he. And a few songs that you can check out where rappers are really exaggerating their voice is, whoo, Ooh-ah, I Got You All in Check by Busta Rhymes, a song called Rollout by Ludacris, and Sick of Being Lonely by Field Mob. And one last thing I want to leave you with is this. It's okay if you don't feel like you have the most amazing sounding rap voice in the world. Oftentimes in life, it's the imperfections that actually give things character and make them more interesting. Your voice is unique to you, like a thumbprint, and there's no getting rid of it. So embrace it, own it. In life, it's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. So use everything that you learned in this lesson today. It's just simply a jumping off point for you to help you find your voice and explore many of its possibilities. My name is Cole Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com, where I strive to make you a better rapper now. And if you're trying to perfect your rap skills, make sure that you get yourself a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, via the link in the video description below. And be sure to subscribe to this channel for more straight to the point, no BS, how to rap video tutorials just like this one. And always remember, when it comes to rapping, there's no rules, there's only techniques. Peace. Hey man, you see that subscribe button right there? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Oh, and don't forget the bell icon. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Hey, I know you see that like button, right? Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. And look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm gonna kill it, kill it.